Welcome to Secret Agent Agency. My name is Kevin, and I have good intel for a worm. Joining me is the executor, Andrew.
Hey there.
And the tragedian, Jihoon.
I don't know why Sony won't buy me.
Oh. Because you have nothing to offer them.
What did Sony just buy recently? Or say they're going to buy?
Bungie. It's one way to make sure you get the next Halo on your console. Is that a thing people still care about, getting the next Halo?
I mean, that's why
you're going to be able to watch it on TV soon.
Yeah. I mean, that's why if Halo Infinite came out, because people care, right?
Alright, so full disclosure, we have nothing to do in game until it turns 7. It's currently just after midnight. Yeah.
So go over what has happened so far. The main story. We're still trying to figure out the pandemic, right?
Okay. Yeah, so our boy Daniel Dankovsky is a battler of death. He is a doctor, and he came here from his school called the Fanatica, where he researches the fight against death to find somebody named Simon Kane. And when he got here, he found that Simon Kane had just died. And of course Simon Kane had lived for seemingly forever before he passed away. And so it turned out that in looking for Simon's murderer, he found out that it was indeed a plague, and as they found more about it, they found out it was the same plague that this town received 10 years or so ago, called the Sand Pest.
Uh-oh, reload.
Good start. Let's see. So, the three main figureheads of the town, being the Kanes, the Olginskis, and the Sabarovs, are all kind of giving Daniel like a bunch of busy work and trying to get him to investigate things that will help them out rather than hurt them. You know, there's varying ways that a plague in town can help and hurt everyone's interests. So there's lots of intrigue there. And recently, just yesterday, the Inquisitor from the capital stopped by to visit, and she will be a mainstay for the rest of the plot. We're going to speak with her more today. But I think for now, we are going to be doing a bit of a food run. Because that's... Yeah. That's Andrew.
Oh, that's you?
Andrew.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What's up?
Cool. I had people talking, it's cool.
Yeah, you can hear through my walls.
You need a thicker
Also,
wall.
everyone's very loud. When someone's talking on the phone, you can hear them several rooms away.
I don't know why we as a human raise our voice when we're talking on the phone.
Make sure the person on the other receiving end can hear you.
Which is funny because...
It makes it harder.
Yeah, which is funny because nowadays with the modern phone, you know, speaking softly is just enough, but yeah, we still have a habit of like speaking louder. Can you hear me?
The news of the week is Facebook ate shit.
Yeah. Oh, mine was, of course, Sony Pathologic.
The amount of money lost in like a second from Facebook stock was more than several countries' GDP.
So, quick question. So, I didn't read the detail.
Yearly GDP.
I didn't read the detail. So, how did they quote unquote lose all that money? Like, they just people selling stocks, right? But that's what
Yeah, people just like dumping their stock in mass, and there's like a twofold thing. My understanding is like number one, Apple's either current or future tech is going to disable unless you manually enable. I think various kind of ad tracking technology that Facebook is relying on to do any of their business, and then for the first time ever, infinite growth does not. Think that's growth is infinite, right? But apparently Facebook is finally shedding users a lot. That's my understanding.
About damn time.
So,
I have a little bit of news too whenever you're done.
Go for it.
So Duck Station, which is a PlayStation emulator that we've used quite a bit on this channel for our Silent Bomber and Silent Hill runs, and probably some other stuff I'm missing. Received what it... Yes?
Is it just me, or is there noise coming out of a cabin when you're speaking? Do you hear that?
There is a vacuum going on.
Alright.
Yeah, I tell my mother that I am doing something that requires, decent audio on Fridays. And what does she do? She waits till I start, and then vacuums.
Vacuuming just happens. There's an optimal time, and you never know when that might come to pass. Should always be prepared. Have a vacuum on hand. Really.
Just get a soundproof sponges or foams, and your problem solved.
See, my room is like way too big to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because for anybody who's not aware, I have I'm an only child here at the base, and
where there's carrion, there are crows.
Let me see. So I have 2 bedrooms with the wall like knocked out in between them, and bitch, I live like that. So I don't know, there's lots of sound bouncing everywhere.
I'm being okay.
Yeah, or some streamer, quote unquote, they if they're desperate, they actually make a soundproof station, even though they have a huge house. But that's really people who become successful, and they're like, all right, I need to push it to the next level.
The troll up here.
I think before I buy noise dampening stuff, I'd want to just get a better microphone, especially in camera. Like get a high end, probably like a Audio Technica or Shure microphone.
Or get one of those or get the filter thing in front of the mic, like those podcasters.
Oh, that's not really. I have one.
It's gotta wrap it with aluminum foil like I do mine.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's just I don't see it on cameras. I don't know what your microphone looks like. That's why. Oh, and then I had a bit of a accident this week.
Oh, you wet the bed?
No, I was trapped in the fucking elevator for a goddamn hour.
Oh, they make a lot of movies about that.
And
did you have to climb out through the hatch at the top?
Fire department opened the door.
I did. Try to, at least. And also, you know what? After being trapped in the elevator for a while, I can safely say that if the elevator does drop, you cannot jump at the last minute. There's no way you can tell. I can tell you that much.
What the hell happened to you in that elevator?
No, it was simple, like something. The lower floor, the previous floor's outer door not being closed properly, and that's why elevator's mechanism got messed up. So I had to use the emergency call thing on the elevator to ask for help. Help! I'm stuck. No, don't send in the stepbrother. Oh yeah, but like they're asking for details. Like, what's your building location. What's the building you're saying? Yada yada yada. Like what floor? Oh, I think I'm in between this floor and that floor. That's what I think. So yeah, but they didn't call. You know, those things are not actually connected to like 911 or anything. They're actually connected to like certain company that take care of that maintenance. So yeah, no 911 were called, just a campus police.
Oh my god!
Oh man.
Don't stop, keep talking.
Where was it? Yeah, the maintenance people tried to fix it by themselves, you know, which is not a wrong move, but they couldn't do that. So when they couldn't do anything about it, they had no choice but to call the elevator service company, you know. So I had to wait for them to actually arrive at the scene, and they did something in the background, and then finally the door finally opened. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, finally, thank you. Oh god, oh Jesus Christ.
This guy's invincible. He's superhuman. What? Just don't go down his road.
Yeah,
I want his money. I want his money and his razor blades. Look, I gotta give these razor blades to little kids, okay?
So you can get more bullets.
That's right.
And drugs.
Why can't you keep your distance, huh? Why you gotta get approached?
Because FPS I will miss.
Well, we could stealth it like we can in Pokemon Arceus. What the hell?
He wanted me to try it at a distance.
No. I just like that guy just seems invincible. I'm pretty sure you hit him in the head.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Look, one of the key features of this game is I'm not a soldier, I'm a doctor.
Give me a man of many talents, Kevin.
And you killed a man. You murdered her.
Well, he murdered someone else. Just desserts.
Meat, egg. Whoa.
Is that your breakfast?
Boom. Meat and eggs. Yeah. When I'm not working, I have like a omelet type scrambled thing.
An omelet type scrambled thing.
Yeah. Egg and meat and shit.
Oh, so I started talking about this and I didn't finish. DuckStation, PlayStation emulator, received its last update for the foreseeable future because there is a bit of a dispute over what code in the I guess the program is open source or not. And there's also some I guess like interpersonal drama with some of the developers of the project.
So is it a dispute between the DuckStation people and the Sony, or DuckStation and DuckStation people?
Programmers.
Members of the the programming teams behind two different emulators, DuckStation and something called LibRetro.
So you brought up the source code, so I was wondering if that brought up because if Sony
emulators are pretty much legal as long as they don't contain like the BIOS or games pre-loaded in.
Yep. I got the PCSX2 on my computer, and my PlayStation 2 is long shit the bed, but I can still play my disc-based PS2 games on my PC if I want to.
I guess that's why you still have a DVD driver.
Yep. I mean, it's also DVD drive cost like $15 to add to my PC, which is not that much. It's whatever.
I mean, we kind of talk about this, but yeah, I still have my favorite PS2 game, but what can I do with them? Or PS3 for that matter.
PS3, man. I was just talking about earlier with Kevin, the N64 being such a piece of shit. Like nowadays, when I owned it and enjoyed it as a kid. And I'd say the PlayStation 3 was that of its generation. What'd you have?
Yeah.
Wii, GameCube, Xbox, Xbox 360, PS3. So 360, Wii, PS3. Was that it?
Yeah.
That generation, I believe. Yeah, PS3 was dog shit.
Well, the thing is, PS3 came out with a bit of an arrogance, like, because PS2 was so successful.
PS1 and PS2 were just like fucking amazing.
My understanding was that it was really hard to port games to the PS2 because of its architecture. Well, whereas we couldn't play anything besides first-party games, so whatever.
The funny thing is that there's a lot known about it because there's a lot of documentation, but it's just really hard to like use properly when you're developing games. But the funny thing is the emulation side of things now works so well because there's so much documentation because the whole thing behind the PS3 and like the cell architecture was that it wasn't only a video game console, it could also be used as like kind of like a supercomputing solution.
At
least like when it first came out.
That is correct.
So often you'd have like
like universities making use of PlayStation 3s.
Yeah, universities, laboratories, stuff like that. There was like folding at home for it.
I'm just talking about it exclusively as a video game console, though, when I'm describing it.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just mean, like, weirdly, it was hard to develop for, but it's, like, I don't want to say it's, like, easy to get emulation running for it, but, like, it's going a lot smoother than you'd think because there's just, like, a lot of documentation already out there.
Whereas the Wii and GameCube are so underpowered that the emulation on them are fucking perfect. Like, Dolphin is amazing.
Dolphin's really funny because if you connect it online, like, you can actually, like, pretend that you're a real, like, Wii or whatever on the eShop.
Also, you get...
That's
I was
fucking
about to ask,
funny.
like... I was about to ask, can you get a Wii shop?
No!
That is so mean.
eShop doesn't even fucking exist anymore. All that shit's gone.
Yeah,
I love the remix that I installed on my Super Nintendo Classic. Like a remix of that.
Dude, I love the ones that people make where it just like kind of starts like the first few notes, but then it like doesn't continue.
Oh.
Like it just like fucking edges you. Blue balls you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Or the ones where like every beat it like slows down a tiny bit.
That's a DPS.
I'm not troll music. I just like it when they get like club electro kind of going.
I want to. Yeah, we're not tired at all. What the fuck do we do? I think we sleep just to kill time.
No, there's nothing to grind or anything.
Like we buy any more ammo? Kids aren't out at night. And I think we've exhausted
we bought all of Bad Grief's ammo.
How much is that anyway? Are we like single digits?
So we have 12 rifle rounds and 10 revolver rounds. We also have some shotgun ammo, but no shotgun.
Yet.
We could have gotten a shotgun yesterday in game, but what?
Oh, you lucked out.
Huh?
Did you go through some kind of hidden hole or something? Wow.
I think like your immunity has like a % chance, right?
Okay. Oh my god! Ah!
Yeah, let's go to sleep so we don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm heading over to where I want to be. So. Oh, actually, I want to be near Vlad the Younger, so I will. Actually, yeah. EVN's, or I guess our house now, is still probably the best place. Just filled 12 water bottles at once, you know?
Oh, you're gonna pee on the kids again? Oof.
Oh, yeah. Sick fuck, Jihoon. We've been over this. Why are you still here?
Hello. Good
She's
night.
lonely. She want a companion. She's attracted to sick fuck.
We got an hour now to head to Vlad the Younger and get the events of our day started.
Joke.
Oh.
What you got? Lay it on.
I mean, I don't know. I want to talk about the quick event of the week thingy, but it's too dark for the stream, so I'll just save it for later.
All sorts of dark shit. Republican National Committee has come out saying the 1/6 event was just a political discourse.
They're just asking questions.
Yeah.
And censured the two of them that are on the House subcommittee investigating it.
The discourse that killed officers, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And maimed some. Like, people lost, like, body parts.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know
just
that.
from getting so fucked up.
So
They only talk about people dying, but there's people that actually got their shit kicked in hard. I love that water sound effect. Alright, do you want to talk about the no-knock thing? Jihoon, is that the event you wanted to bring up?
Book burning.
Oh, book burning. That's political too.
Yeah, that's why.
I think if you're gonna bring up a book to be burned, you should be able to describe the plot and a couple of key characters in it.
Yeah, and then also, if the book brings up violence, and the book brings up violence, you must burn some Bibles too.
Now I'm on board. What? So I haven't heard about this. What book we burning, boys?
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean.
And now some states are banning the books too. Of the Maus, M-A-U-S. It's about the. It depicts the Jewish family during the under Hitler era, but some people say, oh, the book is too violent. I'm like, bitch, this book is to teach the kids what was it like to live during the Holocaust and shit, and they're like, oh, it's too violent. And once again, go ahead.
Like, alright, the only sensible argument I can hear about that is restricted to X age, which they already supposedly do. Like if it's a reading assignment, it's at X grade. You know? Yeah. You maybe don't have the book available for elementary students, but I'd say you can middle school and definitely high school.
Oh, it's Harry Potter and Twilight.
Well, Twilight, sure, but Harry Potter, what the fuck?
Dude, do you remember when Harry Potter was out? People were saying like that thing practices witchcraft and this weird stuff.
Hey, go backwards in time to anything that comes out that's even remotely deviant against like religious people, like fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, Satanic Panic has existed forever. It's just a new event to latch onto. You're just waiting for the letter. Mm-hmm. There we go.
No, it's not it. You ready to be talked to by the narrator? You ready? You ready?
Oh, sure. I'm ready.
It all ends in 5 days. The army arrives tomorrow.
5 days counting today?
By the end of which the Bachelor can prove once again that the Earth is never up to any good. We get a letter? God damn it.
The thing was gonna say Earth is flat.
Earth is up to no good. We like Mother Earth from Strange Journey.
Earth cannot be up to no good because it's flat.
Whoa,
Oh, hello, friend.
Whoa!
Where the fuck? What? Where did he come from?
He came down his ladder. We'll have to
From
check the
where?
tapes on that later. Don't worry about it.
I am
Check the tapes.
crushed by these walls.
Right. You undoubtedly have a lot of questions in mind, but they'll have to wait. Except for one, the most pressing and, dare I say, painful concern. We've lost enough time as it is. The crud's not going to wait, is it? And your visit to the Termitary, all in all, there's no point in putting it off.
What does it have to do with my visit to the Termitary?
I'll have you know that a certain informer of mine, a trustworthy source despite being a worm, has told me there's a flow of fake panacea coming out of the Termitary. I'll be honest with you, this is encroaching upon my interests, so I'm turning to you for help. This concerns you as well, after all.
Now, what are your interests?
It's all very simple. Panacea will always be in short supply. That much is obvious. My dear friend Barack, the highest authority on this, claims that he'll be able to produce 15 batches at best. I'm interested in seeing them find their way into the right hands.
What is that supposed to mean?
As soon as the Bound find out about the Panacea, or worse yet, get their hands on a flask of that ersatz drug, you've seen them. They're romantics just waiting for an opportunity to pull off a heroic sacrifice. Obtaining fake Panacea would cause them to lose all prudence. They'll take risks, rush headlong into infection hotspots, thinking they have salvation in their pocket. And then the salvation won't work.
Who would buy unverified Panacea?
Truth is, the slime balls are backing themselves up with, yes, your own good name. They claim the recipe is yours, and even provide some, proof of authorship. I don't know exactly what that is, but really, your name is actually proof enough for the general crowd. They're rather naive, and the heart incident has already become common knowledge, in certain circles at least.
That second thing is so rude. What does that have to do with anything? The heart was required to extract a microbial culture sample.
Well, in any case, they're procuring live hearts, of which there's no shortage in the Termitary now, and preparing the potions right in front of their buyers. You can imagine the resulting product.
Heard you loud and clear. So you're saying they've set up shop in the Termitary, right?
My informer said that it's one of the rooms in the long block. He hasn't seen it himself.
The second one's very dismissive. I'll find the lowlifes, and then I'll return to you and we're going to have a long and unpleasant conversation. What the? Oh, that guy's like fucking floating.
Yeah.
This guy's like freaking out. Let's get the hell out of here.
He's doing the moonwalk.
I don't trust this man
Okay,
anymore.
so we have our first subquest. Wait, have you ever trusted Vlad the Younger? I guess he like tells you straight up that his motives aren't any good. Like he's just willing to tell you that.
Don't you know? Trust no one.
Not even yourself. Meme of getting shot by yourself.
Okay,
you're a meme.
so figuring out timeline here. I guess we don't really have anything better to do because, like, I think if we wanted to do things the most efficient way, we would wait until midday where we pick up another quest. But we've already done so much waiting and we're kind of out of things to do. We bought all the food and ammo in the city.
Are you sure we bought all of it?
I think there's like one grocer I didn't check. But maybe I can check on the way back when we inevitably speak to the Inquisitor again today.
The Inquisitor.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Got fucked.
Oh.
Did you guys watch the supercut that I made?
Yeah.
It's very good. I'm proud of it. Quite proud. So what I'm gonna do is like make a few more like that and then staple them all together and upload that as a video on YouTube. Should be a good time. I think people will like that.
Forward to it. I have not opened this pictures folder in forever. I've shot in here from like 2006.
I might have some old pics of you from like my graduation party.
I can't find. It should be in my camera's like images I took folder, but it's not in there.
What the fuck?
What? That was a ninja? Crowbar.
Okay, that's
Ooh.
new.
What was our melee weapon before that?
A knife? Like one of the knives that the boys chuck at you? Yeah, I came in here to despawn the rat. Well, I know there'd be a fucking ninja in here waiting for me. Oh, morphine! Oh no. Morphine, that's the good shit. Right after you get punched by ninjas.
I have most of the pictures, like the meme pictures, in this folder. That was what I printed onto my door. Amazing.
Terrible.
I don't think I kept it. I have this cute picture. I'll share this. I think you'll appreciate this. Put it in a stream chat. Here's my first time processing a car. So a coworker took a picture of me. When was this dated? 2013.
What is happening?
These guys have had it out for you.
Picture.
I think I've ever shared that with you guys. My coworker said I look like Mickey Mouse.
Oh no. This is the happiest I've ever heard Jihoon, so.
Glad you appreciate that.
That's how miserable I am nowadays.
Air for you, Jihoon.
Jesus. Oh man, I don't even remember wearing that. Oh Jesus.
I was a lot skinnier.
Damn, whose class is this? I don't even remember this class.
One of our science classes. We had I think because we were seniors, we got out of taking like the final shit in that anatomy. Anatomy.
Yeah, we had this stupid shit like home and thing. Did I tell you guys about how my grade was?
God.
I think I told you the story, but yeah, how my grade was kind of fucked up. Oh my! I was like half.
Do you want me to like not put this in the stream chat? Are you guys cool with me posting pictures like this in the stream chat versus the private chat?
Oh.
I don't really care.
Here's Kevin.
Let's just say this is your face before depression kicked in.
Oh no, I promise you, depression was in full bloom in high school.
Oh, it was? Damn, then I missed it.
But not 1 hour.
That's right. Okay, I gotta look.
Oh my god, my fucking facial hair back then is so bad. I'm not posting these other pictures.
Oh, I remember that picture. That's where it came from. It came from you.
Yep. I got one of the two of us in there too.
Yeah.
I actually sort of used to take pictures. I don't do that shit anymore.
What did you take a picture with back then? I don't remember.
Probably a crappy camera.
Oh, actual camera. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you had to. No cell phones.
I was 6.
Yeah,
I had a crappy flip phone.
Oh, because I don't remember having like anything that's capable of taking this kind of quality back then.
Are the stores being refreshed at this point?
I don't think so. Again, I was just escaping a rat. I didn't want to waste a bullet.
Yeah, I mean, they don't drop anything. It's just negative money. And the guards don't seem to care about rats. They're like just the worst enemy. Oh, we tried to crowbar them though.
No,
we haven't. We have a new method of attack. We may not need to flee. Jesus Christ, that picture of me is a masterpiece.
What time is it? Oh, okay. It's about 30 minutes. Okay. I have to check the archive later, me laughing at this Andrew's picture. I was always been curious about what I sound like when I listen to the recorded. Whoa, what the hell is that?
Oh my god.
I missed it because I was like having trouble maximizing with all the windows minimizing around me.
I ran from a rat into a house and a ninja kicked my ass.
Watch out for those ninjas, dude.
What the fuck?
What did you do these? Oh, someone.
That's my phone. I'm sorry. I don't...
Oh my god! Every single picture I have in this folder is like just so mean and not nice to people.
Oh.
Getting pictures of them mid doing things.
Yeah, that was you back then.
Man, I'm such a dick.
Here's
a picture of a cat from the past.
One of mine?
No, my aunt and uncle's cat they used to have, where she passed away.
Oh. Ooh, that red eye is scaring me.
It's because the camera.
Yeah, I know. It was common back then for sure, yeah.
Another picture of her.
Oh, that's even scarier!
Super nice. Oh, one of these captured a ghost. A little spirit orb. Oh man.
Oh!
Oh my god. Like a war zone. How crowbars deal with these guys? $300. That's only one bullet.
I survived, but at what cost?
I can't pull out a different weapon because I go to my inventory screen and like a fucking play cloud or rat spawns. I can't go in a house because the ninja will beat me up.
What should I do?
Days are numbered. Every time I took a picture of this cat, her eyes were red.
Yeah. Amazing how...
Another picture of her too.
Amazing how the current phones have like red eye removal.
Man.
Amazing. What?
Were you gonna ask what killed me? Yeah, I too would like to know. I probably got knifed in the back.
Everything. Universe has it out for you.
This game's fucked. We've been playing this for 42 minutes already? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man, some of these meme pictures.
Knife? 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 That guy knifed me. Okay. Collect my money over here. I'm not even dealing with whatever the fuck is that way. Are we still... Okay, still headed towards the termitary. I have not been at this grocery, so I will do that now. Dude, times are tough.
Crackers. By how much are those?
38. Times are fucking tough. Dude, have some lockpicks, man. Break in somewhere and get yourself some better.
A student or teacher you just reacted?
So the crowbar is not a weapon. It is an other.
Like break doors open with it?
I think I just traded to people.
Man.
Alright, boys, we made it. Welcome to a new place, the termitary.
Okay. We've been talking it up a bunch, and we're finally visiting it.
Does this guy hate me? Is he gonna punch me? No.
Nope. He's a friend.
Rather friendly for a worm. Hey guy, we friends? Cool, dude.
Oh my god, comic book back then were wild.
So I follow a podcast called The Infinite Backlog, where they have been going through like this master list of basically what's supposed to be all the good Marvel comics, like throughout the years, like basically from like the 60s on. And I never realized how fucking horny the X-Men are.
I mean, come on, look at Iceman. He's out there wearing nothing but undies.
I mean, yeah. I love that I say that, and the one you point to is Iceman of all people. That's pretty rad.
That's the only guy that... Also, okay.
Yes, anime right on here.
And then, what else?
This should animate. Yes, it does.
Also, basically, wasn't Wolverine like just horny for everybody? He was horny for
Yeah.
Jean Grey, the cat, I forgot her actual... Jubilee or something like that? Yeah. What the fuck am I looking at? Andrew. I'm scared. Oh, it's a Dragon Age, okay.
I have a comic where he fucks Domino.
Oh, I guess she's lucky then, because that's her power.
Yeah, you got lucky.
You lucky punk.
Oh, and then, I guess it kind of X-Men. There was a comic panel where like,
By the way, Domino is my favorite superhero.
comic only or based on the movie?
I've never seen the movie.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. Is he in there? They have a bunch of random ones in there.
We have a new character.
Yes.
You've got a stain on your nose.
She looks like one of the people from Mars Attacks, and the aliens in disguise. I just wanted to have a little chat with you. Please tell your servants to relax.
They are not servants. They keep me out of harm's way.
Fine. Were you here when the epidemic broke out?
Epidemic?
People got sick and began to die.
Of course I was here. If not for me, everyone who's upstairs would also be sick and dead. I was here. So there wasn't a Mother Superior in the other building. That's why everyone's dead there.
Are the people upstairs alive?
When we knock on the ceiling, they say they're about to come down and make us all regret this.
Regret what exactly?
I don't know, but it's terribly scary. They're all very, very angry with us. They want to get back at us. Let them stay where they are.
Why are they angry?
Because we didn't feed them, but they locked themselves away on purpose. We didn't make them to. It's their own fault, not mine.
Definitely not yours.
Clara is a head taller now. Yeah.
What's the news around the observatory?
People kill people. Some of them are crazy. Very bad.
Tell me, what the hell's with that second one? Well, anyway. Just tell me, Mother, does anyone around here produce medicine?
How can you make medicine if you're not a doctor? It's forbidden. And it won't work.
Right. Those people are criminals. They deserve to be punished.
Go ahead and punish them then. I'd punish such people too if I saw them. Unless they know the lines, that is.
Are you saying your servants wouldn't touch me if I attacked those bad people?
They're not servants! And I'm about to get mad at you.
There, don't be mad. A slip of the tongue.
Yes?
I know, there's soot everywhere.
Okay, the other one.
Taya, I want that abattoir passage to be unlocked.
Yes.
Immediately. Immediately.
Passage closed. It's forbidden to go there today.
What about tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe even this night.
What does it depend on?
Depend? What do you mean?
Why is it forbidden now, but will be allowed at night?
What do you mean? Why? Because I feel that way.
And what exactly do you feel?
It is not to be talked about. Go away. You've asked many questions already.
Alright, I'm leaving. Bye.
There we go. A very fruitful and useful conversation with a totally normal character.
Yep. I mean, that's this whole game.
Let's have more food. I totally didn't just eat, like, a while ago. Is there, like, no, there isn't. Okay. Alright, I went the wrong way. I want to go just...
Oh man, these GIFs are pretty big sometimes.
Big gifts, yes.
So let's look at this. So we're looking for a group of warriors. Warmen.
Oh, I got one that Kevin will appreciate. Bam.
Okay, I'm kind of busy.
I know. I'm like down memory lane right now. It's super hard.
Oh, this one's classic. Oh, classic onion.
Oh my god. So we only have like the one objective right now, right? We like, there's not really any other quests going on.
Well, yeah, we'll get more objectives while we're in here.
Okay. So is this actually time dependent?
I mean, I have to do it today.
Yeah, but like come back in the evening, is that like for real?
Oh yeah, that's the thing we'll worry about later.
Okay.
We will be ending... I don't want to spoil it.
Hey, you don't gotta tell me the specifics. I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm looking for a bunch of worms on the ground floor. Oh. That one's in pain.
I think you mentioned before the one character that's like most people like hate him. So like it's really helpful for him to be helping every person he sees more or less. Like whereas we don't really need to worry about that. So our rep is already so good.
Where the screen come from?
Sound effects.
I'm not 100% sure where I want to be exactly, but there's supposed to be like a back room with a bunch of worms in it.
These background bits are great.
Is this a place I can enter? Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, this looks promising. Huh? Oh, it's our boy! There he is!
Changeling spoke to the foreman. Could it be that he had accepted her as one of his kind?
You shouldn't have come, Oinon. It's dangerous here. You're not used to dealing with them.
Rumors are fake panacea are holed up somewhere here in the Termitary. Do you know anything about that?
What? Someone's making fake panacea in here? But this is...
Just an unproven rumor.
Okay, hold on. Wait, I think we gotta come off a bit stronger.
I have a GIF on here that's so big that oh my god, it's 45 megabytes.
Oh god.
I can't even post it on Discord.
It's too powerful.
It said that.
To the abattoir.
Alright, so yes, an inconceivable villainy. Have you maybe noticed anything suspicious?
Hold on a sec. Some Odino on the second floor asked for corpses of the freshly dead. They seemed to be looking for someone they knew. I took no notice back then. Apart from that, newcomer tramps went around looking for some room along that wall across the entrance. Dangled money.
Which room? On the second floor as well?
Damned if I know. I had a short way with them.
Thank you, Barack.
I want to ask questions, so...
Oh, right. Is that them under the sheet?
Oh, okay, fuck that.
What was that?
What are you doing here, Barack?
I went to the abattoir and came back with something of value. Listen to me, Oinon. If my hope proves true, we will have a serum by tomorrow.
That's some news. So what was that thing you came back with?
Blood. Blood again. I'm not ready to say where I got it, but it may very well be what Stock worked on, only better. It's still alive. Look if it has, you know.
What? Antibodies?
Yes, antibodies. You already know what living bacteria look like, as well as dead ones. Stock told me all about that. I think it won't be too hard for you to establish what this blood does to the infection.
Whose blood is this, Barack?
I can't tell you.
Alright, I'll have a look. Where do I find you? Right here.
Oh, yeah, right here, apparently.
Hurt.
What are you doing here, bro? Tell me. Oh, it's the
Oh,
same thing again, right?
Yeah. Okay, weird. He says, okay, he'll be around here if we take this path.
Alright. Oh,
The
alright.
Inquisitor has
I
turned
actually didn't even
his
read it
to
when
the
I said alright.
abattoir. No good will come of it.
How do I get inside the abattoir?
The gates are blocked with boulders from the inside. When the time comes, butchers roll them aside. You can find a way in after that. Wait for the right moment.
Well, you know my response. I see. Do we actually have to pick the first one, though?
Probably.
One of the boulders rolled aside. At what time? 'Cause I think I see just ends it.
There is some kind of regularity, but I haven't cracked it yet. Tried to squeeze it out of the Mother Superior, but she's only fooling around. I can never understand if she's serious or not.
Are they going to be open today?
There's a massive butcher feud inside. They're fighting each other. Something displeased them quite a bit. I might have played a part in it. I'm afraid. The Mother Superior claims that everything should quiet down after midnight. Maybe about 2 o'clock. They'll roll away the boulder blocking the main entrance. They'll let you in after that if the Mother allows it.
Why are they fighting?
Yesterday, after they were released, they had a council of sorts. Today they split in half. Some demand the foreman's death. Others, it seems, want to have their way with Olginsky. In all honesty, I'm confused and don't have a slightest idea what's happening. The Mother says there's a fierce battle in there.
But you have been to the Termitary before.
Yes, I have, but don't ask who let me in.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything, but way too many people died right in front of me these last few days. Not of the plague, but rather by malicious will of those too keen to execute their idea of justice. You know what I mean.
Yes, I understand. Conversation over.
Slow and steady. Wind. Odd.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, we got all this stuff. We got a cool sample of blood. So we'll take that under a microscope and come back. Okay, so we learned that there are some worms boiling stuff upstairs. So let's go find some fucking worms.
Oh, by the way, the developer of worms. Speaking of worms, yeah, developer of worms.
They said they were going to do NFTs and then quickly turned around and said no NFTs. And everybody who works along with them hates them now.
Mm-hmm.
No one loves NFT though.
If you mean, when you say love, if you mean hate, then yes.
Love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Oh my god.
I will charge you an exorbitant amount of fee for a token that represents the feeling of being hurt by me.
Can you repeat that?
What can I buy with that?
You can sell it to somebody else.
Can I be richer than? Can I be richer than? Go ahead, Andrew.
I was letting you finish because I always interrupt and I don't need to.
Can I be richer than Ice Poseidon?
Did I say, speaking of NFT, crypto jumped 10% from on nothing because it's all speculative and means nothing.
All All right, got
Like
some
all of it
worms
does.
boiling things. Let's talk to them.
Hello, friends.
Oh God, what's my worm voice? Peace to you, Oinon. Peace to you. Live and let live, so say the wise.
Every single one of these options is mean. I haven't yet decided what to do with you.
What?
That's it?
Here you are, you can of worms. So, can I place an order?
Oh yeah, I remember how the first worm we spoke to was at day one. You're more than welcome. We're not asking much, merely 30,000. But for you, Oinon, it's free. Dead gruel, never better. All the rock comes out, all the evil hexes come off. Oh yes, my good man.
Oh, yes.
I like that second option a lot. So you're using my method, is that it? Peddling your filth under my name? You scum!
Aye, Oinon, have mercy. Let us be. We won't sell anything anymore. Won't cook the gruel. You let us live. You don't turn us into the mother. We'll tell you an interesting something then. You'll be pleased.
Wow.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens, Andrew. Pick one.
Yeah, I know. Speak then. If I like what I hear, I won't give you away.
We are guilty. The booze son is twice as guilty. We just fool around and mess about. He's buying up the real panacea. Bought it from everyone who got one from Barack. Took from everyone. Has it for himself. Shoot him, Oinon. Threaten him. Rob him. Take his panacea for yourself. Thank us.
Vlad the Younger, you mean?
Yes, Oinon, yes. Him, the bloodsucker. Have mercy on us, Oinon. Don't shoot us, slack-baked folk.
What do you know about this?
Lots of people come through here, Oinon. This we know from someone holy, someone worth trusting.
Right, figures. So she's in a panacea now, too.
Only Barack can make panacea. Only Barack knows the lines. Barack gave his vials to Bodho's children, gave to the booze. The booze son took it all to sell to evil people, to bloodsuckers, for iron and gold. Have mercy on us, Oinon. Let us go. Never again, until the earth takes us back.
The first one's gonna get a fight. Fine. I'll tell the mother about this room, though. You have half an hour to get lost for good. So tell him off.
Okay.
Don't try to sweet talk me, Morlock.
Okay, cool. I guess we did what we came to here.
We've ended their money-making scheme.
So we are done here for a little bit. We had no letters. So we can go to Vlad the Younger, and we can go to I guess Ruben's lab would be the closest to take a look at that vial that Artemi gave to us.
Oh my god.
What's up?
This okay, it's not too big, I can put it on there. Oh, reload.
Yeah, it must be big because it's not loading.
Stick.
It's only 1.7 megabyte.
Not loading.
Huh. Oh, it's loaded on for me.
Let me try something else. Oh, okay.
Maybe only I can look at these.
Oh, because yeah, you're the uploader. That's why.
I think my optimal dorm room door would have been like animated GIFs on the fucking door. If that was even possible. Rather than always stupid ass pictures.
No, what you need to do is.
Man, that's some slick moves there.
Yeah. Serpentine, bitches.
Hey, I'm getting good at this game. Oh my god, stop it, please. Please! Oh no.
Oh my goodness. Be careful with your quick saves.
Uh-huh. Just...
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Why? Saw that in the corner of my eye. I hate this. I hate everything. I want to go home. Please take me home.
Mom, I'm scared. Pick me up.
I'm just going to try a door. Okay. Leave. Save. Map. Down. Okay. Alright, we're back. Back online. Oh. Looks like I heard something. Knife boy! Go ahead, finish stabbing. Oh.
Damn.
There you go. Oh, I'm remembering that one, I think it was a Tumblr account that I linked to a lot of times that eventually went under.
Oh!
I have some of their pictures on here. But when I came across this, like, they had so many mock-up stupid things. Shit like that.
Were you the one that showed me Holy Mari, Mother of God?
Yes.
Yes.
That one was a good
God.
one, too.
You know, for the viewers who actually watch this video, I wonder if they're, whether they're against it or with it, I wonder if they're tired of us talking about NFT.
Whatever. The thing. A bunch of these asshole companies are like, seem like they're gonna dump a shitload of money into that crap.
I mean,
Better or worse.
Ubisoft is so
Mostly for
into
worse.
What?
Ubisoft. What?
I think he was entering the animation,
Oh,
What the fuck?
and this guy's head is just made of like titanium or something.
No!
No!
whoa, 2 in 1, damn. 2 for 1 deal.
Damn! What the fuck?
Well, that was worth it.
Wow, what the hell is he carrying?
Alright, check your reputation. I wonder, like, the simultaneousness of that, how it played out.
Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Lifetime.
Mordor?
Oh, well, he's dead anyway.
Oh, before Kevin started panicking, yeah, I was gonna say Ubisoft CEO is so into it that he's calling us a fool for not getting it.
Yep. Gamers just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. Because we're just a fool.
Look, I've watched, like, at this point I've watched like a good like day's worth of content describing NFTs to me. I've heard both sides of the argument, you know. It's just bullshit. It's people selling nothing. The thing about NFTs is that there's not even a picture attached to it or anything. Like, who's crying?
Speaking on Ubisoft, sometimes I see a job opening at the Ubisoft, and I'm contemplating if I should even bother applying for it. Like, should I? I mean, I do need a different job, but do I bother applying for the job at the company that doesn't respect the employee?
Well, there's only like 6 game companies left, so I don't know, man. You gotta pick one sometime if you want to get into the industry, I guess. I mean, that's not true. You can go indie, but that's hard.
I need to start finding kids. You get money or bullets.
I even saw a job posting for a contractor position at the PlayStation, but damn, why? You know, okay, so I think I've covered this before, but you know what bothers me? One of the things that bothers me a lot about a job posting is that, so I apply for a job, right? And then I get a mail saying like, sorry, we decided to continue with the other candidate. All right, fair enough. Maybe there's somebody better. But you see that's exactly the same job posting a month later. I'm like, at that point, I really want to know. So what happened with the guy that you guys decided would, or like, what's it? You know,
that's a red sign to me because they can't retain people.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, did they actually find somebody better, or they just
Strange
didn't like
guests.
All right, we got a note from the lady who's just like squatting in Eva Yan's house. Strange guests are walking all around your house. I'm uneasy around them. Please come back soon. So we were heading for a lab anyway. Oh, but we want to stop and talk to Vlad the Younger as well, so... Okay, small detour. Nah, that kid's not worth it.
Like, it'd start running away if you're like around too much craziness.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Vlad the Younger.
Hello, friend.
And then
Have you heard?
Crunchyroll is up.
The military arrives tomorrow.
So, you haven't left. That certainly does you credit.
Oh, do we get a map thing if we do the first thing?
Yeah, we can buy a map from him every day.
Alright, well, I found the worm poison makers, but they told me that you, Master Vlad, have also dabbled in the Panacea black market.
Yes, when I learned that Barack had concocted a panacea, I decided to completely seize the flow of goods. That's how the informers came to know. I requested it on purpose. Make no mistake, this isn't about greed. I simply thought it would be prudent to control this market. One would emerge anyway.
So, your concern for the Bound was only a disguise. You were only ever concerned with turning a profit.
It seems my old reputation will take a while to get rid of. Your knowledge is outdated, Bachelor. Things have changed. I have changed. This morning, I wanted to seize the Panacea black market, so I bought up everything that Brock has made and distributed.
And?
I gave away all that I had bought. No money. Well, a little money, so it wouldn't look like I'm offering a donation. I gave it all to the Bound, the ones who needed it most, in my opinion. Those who nearly died because of me.
A little, by your standards.
Not really, by common ones, I would think. By peacetime standards even. 500 coins for a flask seems perfectly reasonable, especially considering antibiotics cost 2,000 or 3,000 now.
I'll beg forgiveness. I wonder if your buyers will corroborate your story.
I promise to keep their name secret. I'm wary of Clara, you see. She's very good at getting what she needs from people, both words and things. One of them is Mark Immortel. He's not hiding it, but his situation is different. He's running a plague house, after all.
I'm definitely not taking that second option either. But you have spared at least one for yourself, I hope, haven't you?
I need neither money nor protection from death now. The latter because I want to give the plague the opportunity to punish me for my acts. Ooh, step on me, Plague-sama. And the former, please spare me your mockery, because I now aspire to something. Call me sentimental. I won't reveal it. I don't want to scare the dream away.
You've given me serious food for thought. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess Mark Immortel can vouch for Vlad here. Okay, so I guess we'll visit the theater and then visit Eva Yan's place. You know, I will say that Pathologic makes me wish that, like, if you had COVID and you just, like, walked out into a public space, that police would just come out of nowhere and just beat you to death where you stand.
Cops in GTA.
Yeah, that would be nice. Is there a rat behind? No, I thought I heard a...
I'm trying to get you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're like, why aren't you dead yet?
Letter. Ooh, it rots from within. I have examined the data that the Watchers have collected and compared it to your own conclusions and suggestions. Once again, I was pleasantly surprised by your insight. Did you ever consider becoming an Inquisitor yourself? We have to conclude the conversation we held yesterday, and to decide who our real enemy is, and what the target of our next strike should be. The goals are consistent, I think. It rots from within. Waiting for you at the cathedral, Aglaya Lilac. That is, of course, the Inquisitor. Hey, dude! Give me your bandage.
We're gonna meet up with our Inquisitor friend.
Yeah, we will, but we are talking with Mark, because he can vouch for Vlad's sudden change of heart.
Is often a delight to both our friends and enemies.
See who my audience is now? They rarely applaud. They never call encore, but they also never boo us. And, as you can see, we have a full house every night.
Tell me, has Logimsky the Younger really sold you several vials of panacea?
He didn't even sell them. He gave them to me, basically for free. Or maybe for a token payment. You know, I never expected something like this from him. I would expect an intricate and crafty scheme on his part. But I think I have also changed. So I believe him.
First option. Did Vlad really let someone else have this panacea? I didn't believe him.
Yes, he's given a panacea to the girls that have once almost died through his fault. At least he thinks so now. Actually, it's very typical of a person of his temper in a situation like this. He's giving his possessions away with a firm and steady hand, paying the old debts.
I see. Thank you. I think we want to ask, though, who are these girls?
Oh, fine. He gave it he gave it to the girls, to Yulia, Lara, and the third one that begs to keep her name secret under any circumstances. Think of them as the three Parkai?
I see. Thank you, Mark.
So these were the ones who remember that he wanted them to each take a whole bunch of drugs and then chill in that house for an hour. And we decided we were going to take all the drugs meant for them and chill in the house ourselves. Remember that? That was like day 4, I think.
I do not recall what you're talking about.
It was the same day that we had to kill 7 guards at once with a gun that has 6 shots and then has to reload.
Again, I do not recall what you're talking about.
God, you guys are so much fun to stream with.
I know, right?
Currently taking auditions for new co-streamers.
Man, why you always blaming on us? Why don't you look at yourself? God.
Is it time for anime chat?
Yeah.
There we go.
Instead of just me posting pictures that you can't see.
Yeah. That would actually, yeah, Anime Dungeon would be an improvement.
Alright, anime dungeon time. Hold on. How do I do things? I don't know how to... beer. Oh, wait, no, it's coffee.
I am drinking a nice cold cerveza, though.
Damn. Anime dungeon. Anything striking your fancy, Ji-hoon?
I mean, there is a series that I'm reading/watching, but I know it's not your cup of tea. That's the problem.
Throw it out there. Like, for me, it's all... it pretty much always comes down to, like, the lead character or ensemble, if it's, like, a handful of characters. If they're interesting and fun. Like, I always use Dragon Ball as an example because the stories in there are stupid, but the characters are fun to me. So it's enjoyable to come back and say, what's Bulma up to? Oh my god, this girl's loaded.
Oh. Well, the thing is, it's the series called Sono Biscuit Doll was Koi wo Suru, which means, translate to that biscuit doll loves or something like that. It's a love comedy about the high school kid whose family been running a doll making, and then the Gyaru girl, those... Basically, they're Japanese... what's the most...
Tan-skinned Japanese girls, I guess, right?
Yeah, but sometimes they're not necessarily tan, but what's the most apt way to explain Gyaru girls?
We don't have enough stuff to trade?
I always see the analog of them being like Valley Girls, almost.
Oh, you know what? That's
like
not a bad...
Kind of bratty.
Yeah. That's not too far off. But this the girl in this series, she's Gyaru, but she's only Gyaru in the sense of like she's just being freedom, being free, not like being a bookworm, like bound by that kind of stuff. You're gonna enter cussing, that's why you...
Yeah.
So there's some weird looking dogs in our house.
She spread them.
What a lovely lady. She welcomed us, she talked to us. Children are not allowed to be in contact with the kin people, forbidden fruit and all that. It is the sweetest one.
And who might these petitioners be?
Petitioners indeed. We'll see. We've heard all about your efforts, so, well, we've decided to set up embassy here. We've been told all about your plan to sterilize us all.
Sterilize, huh?
Wrong wording, I guess? I meant curing us, making us healthy, that is. Distributing protective pills, wiping us of spirits, gargle with mouthwash, if you please. Bathe your feet like a good kid you are, to avoid the infection and stuff.
Ah, I see. Yes, I did indeed have such a plan.
Uncle Bachelor, we don't need vaccine. The order was the Inquisitors. But you'll be held responsible. Don't. It'll be a simple waste of precious medicine. Better give it to our families. We're all healthy up there, and healthy we will remain. Hand on heart.
What's that supposed to mean, young man?
Our tower is magical. It protects us from the outer world. Everyone knows that. Duh. And we're like, see, if you care about us so much, better bring us some dry blue fire that doesn't burn paper. You've come from another place, after all. Do they have that kind of fire there?
The tower? Magical? Sounds fishy. I think it demands a thorough inspection.
Please don't. Conwell wouldn't let you in. You're contagious.
How are you lot going to return, then?
We're not. We're an operational squad. Tomorrow we'll be sent on a very important mission to deal with the oppressors that are trying to exterminate us. And, well, tough luck for us. The tower is only impregnable for the infection from the outside. That's just how it works. The mechanics of it.
Mechanics, huh? Like you know what the word even means. I need proof.
Oh, just ask anyone. Even Capella. Yeah, go pay her a visit. She doesn't believe in the tower's miracles at all, but she'll provide you with proof, all right. She wouldn't lie after all, which means her testimony is the most reliable one, I guess.
All right, I'll talk to Capella. Acapella.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do you have anything to say? No. Am I tired? No. Okay, so while I'm here, let's go to my laboratory.
Emphasize something fun.
We got this sample from Barack.
Ooh.
Okay, so we sure did look at it.
Objective complete. Give me the next waypoint.
Yep.
I haven't read too much other stuff, Ji-hoon.
Also, that back to that series I was explaining. Yeah, it's so guy is a doll maker and a Garo girl, but she actually loves an anime character, but she wants to do cosplay, but she sucked at it. But she found out
I know that feel.
Me too. So she found out the boys, he's good at sewing and stuff, you know, because his family been making the traditional Japanese doll. So, and she goes, "Oh my good," you know, the whole, "Oh my god, you're actually good at this."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, you know, he thought like she was gonna find it disgusting, you know, like, oh. Cussing? Alright.
You're not allowed to talk at length, Ji-hoon. Keep it in short
given
snippets.
too much time, now were we?
The first part of the game is over, Bachelor Dankovsky. Its meaning has been as follows. The powers that be gave you a task with a catch. To learn the truth. They set a definitive condition. This truth has to be nice. Your honor and the fate of your laboratory were at stake. Would you care to learn something?
Go ahead.
Thanatica has already been destroyed. There's nothing left. The place itself is in ruins. Your research is in ashes. Your papers have been burnt. Wretched Tellman made sure of it personally. And now, I am going to tell you about the law.
Why not? Go ahead.
In accordance with the law, the very logic of our world inevitably dictates the destruction of anything unnatural. Anything that tries to break its own non-capitalized laws. The disease is nothing more than a tool. It is an instrument of inevitability.
And yet I have sworn to destroy this enemy.
Inevitability. Gruesome inevitability is our true enemy. An enemy that cannot be defeated by anyone, anywhere. The only thing you can do is get what's dear to you out of its way. Don't make enemies with inevitability.
This preaching would have made more sense before the plague. Say what you will, but fighting this enemy is my duty. And it is yours.
You're right. The second part of the game is the beginning. Our current task is to remain true to ourselves. We'll keep the word we've given to the powers that be. Both of us. It wasn't just you, mind. We'll uncover the truth. Take a foreign detail out of the mechanism and stop the rot before it devours this land. We only have to find out how it started.
And so we're back to the source now. Sources. It's always about sources, isn't it? Just like Wikipedia. We just can't get away from them. We sorcerers, if you pardon the lame pun, but sorcerers do not wield magic.
The source? I'll tell you where to look for the source. So you think you're well aware of what the law is, aren't you?
I think I am.
Well, I think you aren't. Let me tell you about the law. It's not a state law, but rather a natural one, when mysterious evil emerges from non-existence. It is a clear sign that this law has been violated. Disease is a retribution for trespassers. It's an attempt to restore the balance.
I can see where you're going with this.
This town is a minuscule cosmos, and it's the cosmos for its inhabitants. It's too remote, too distant from the rest of the world to serve as an effective part of any other mechanism. And so it's a mechanism in and of itself, a mechanism that's been disrupted. There must have been a flaw, a blemish, a redundant detail, perhaps. I want to find it.
I see your point. Well, if the line of thinking you just demonstrated was sincere, I'd be willing to agree with you.
There are so many crows in the sky.
What's your opinion of the Canes?
The girl, Eva, did she say anything before she died?
She said she wanted to die for me.
Anything else?
Yes, she said that her death was inevitable.
That's more like it. So what do you think the backstory was?
Was there any particularly notable backstory? I'm deadly tired of all these people. They're inhuman. They tell the future, believing in walking zombies, and die in all manners of painfully abnormal ways. It's like real life.
Your line of thinking is obviously fallacious, and I was implying something rather mundane. I promise you, no one can really tell the future around here. And neither are deaths inspired by third parties uncommon. Mysterious phenomenons do occur here sometimes, but hardly more often than anywhere else.
Why did Ava die then?
I have a distinct suspicion she was made to die.
It's like Final Destination. By whom?
One of the Canes. I'd even go as far as to claim they may have performed human sacrifice.
I don't believe you!
The dream party has failed its task.
It always is. So, there's a faulty detail in this mechanism of ours. We only need to find it. Where do we start?
What would you suggest?
What do you think?
So
we haven't been in that far.
We did just come from there recently, but we haven't been prior to today.
But like we have that back next door to get into.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to have to go back in there. We're going back to the abattoir.
I guess I'll go with that. The abattoir. I still haven't got a chance to get in there, and I suspect this is where it all began.
The abattoir hypothesis is already being worked on by someone else. A person who managed to infiltrate the place even before my arrival. You can try to follow in his footsteps, of course. That would make a lot of sense. But I wouldn't be in any hurry to do so if I were you. Who knows what danger lies inside.
At least the Olgimskis will stop getting in my way.
Are you interested in the abattoir because you believe that the pest might have been brought to the town by cattle?
I don't know what the fuck to think about any of this. The waste dumping. Yes.
According to your notes, the disease might have sprung from below the ground, am I correct?
With the wells and shit now? Indeed. Just like the previous plague epidemic, that epidemiological hazard appeared in the south during coal mining. And the climate was comparable to the local one too, by the way.
Have you already checked water, specifically river water?
Oh wow, I can be really mean with that last one. There's always like options to be like very rude.
That's our boy.
There is a suspicious spring around here, but people have been using it for a long time.
How about we check this hypothesis thoroughly, though? Before we get on with inspecting buildings, we need to make sure that the disease was not waterborne. Wells, springs, the river, or maybe a young news stream. Anything.
Alright, there is one suspicious well I'd like to check. Now mark it on my map.
You know where it is? Where have we seen a well, Andrew?
In our friend's house.
Yeah! Care to tell me more about this suspicious well?
Young Vladislav Olgimsky has a rather peculiar hobby. I've been told that he's looking for old cultural layers, the remnants of an ancient culture or something. I've also been told that he's looking for oil. Neither explanation sounds convincing.
What kind of person is he?
A trustworthy kind, I think.
What the fuck, Daniel? Is this the reason why you two have managed to get on until now, without breaching the subject of the well?
Yes.
Investigate this further. Ask him. If he refuses to talk, well, there are a number of ways to inspire social interaction. And no, I'm obviously not implying torture. It just may so happen that he suddenly gets in the mood to explain everything to you. He may need a fair hearing to justify his actions. Do you understand?
I want to get him in the mood. Sounds very much doable. I'll talk to him.
Does she have anything else for us? Okay.
It always is. I think it didn't matter what we chose because she led the conversation to that first option anyway.
Yeah, she keeps us on track. Okay, let's go down our little check. Actually, go back in the cathedral. Let's go through our notes. Okay, so we have our main quest. So we gotta talk to Vlad again. Let's see. This one is done. Okay, we gotta speak to Capella as well.
I was gonna say, Jihan, there was I've been kind of using Tapas more. They have like this weird thing for, I guess, Black History Month and Valentine's and all that, where it's like encouraging you to read things to get their in-app currency, the ink shit. And there's some interesting stories in there. I was kind of like flipping through them. I haven't really picked up anything else that's like new outside of what I've already been recommending.
So I finished season 1 of a Netflix original series called Dark, which we've kind of discussed.
Is it a Q?
No. Okay.
Oh.
It's a German Netflix show.
I thought that did spell like DAADRQ. That's what I.
No,
that's
it's
what
not.
I thought it was. Oh, okay. I must be confused with some other series.
Yeah, there's a game called Dark with a Q.
Oh, maybe that's why. Okay.
Yeah, nothing to do with this. That being said, Dark is kind of an awful name for anything because it's like incredibly hard to search for or Google. There's a fucking million things named Dark, so it's like it's so hard to find any information about this show. But
my life is named Dark.
Yeah. So it's 3 seasons long. I've only watched the first season, but it's really cool. It's about. So it's a German town where a kid gets, I guess he just, like, fucking vanishes. And, like, the town goes looking for him and stuff, and the big reveal is eventually, like, the kid, like, got transported back in time, a couple decades.
He got isekai?
I mean, time travel isn't isekai, Ji-hoon.
That's what I've been telling you, but you guys said like Yin and Yang is isekai.
Okay.
Make up your mind.
Everyone loves Isekai.
You guys are either with me or against me. On time travel is Isekai.
So Vlad knew we were coming.
Bitch.
Oh, hey, no, you don't get to just turn around and face the wall.
There's this thing that needs to be done.
So you haven't left. That certainly does you credit.
Thank you. Why did you fill your well up with earth?
Can I please just refuse to answer that question? If I am not mistaken, since yesterday, you're no longer the authorized envoy of the powers that be in the town.
You can, but that would be the end of our cordial relations. You refusing would suggest a simple conclusion. You dug up some nasty thing that bred bacteria and are now burying the traces of your crime.
I value our relations and their cordiality, Dr. Denkovsky. You're not far off the mark as I would have preferred, but I didn't bury anything. I filled the well up because it's no longer required, and that is as much as I'm going to tell you.
If you value our relations, tell me what you were looking for underground.
Tough luck, Doctor. I don't trust you. My confession wouldn't be of any use to you, but it could raise too much noise. You'll draw all the wrong conclusions. The consequences could be tragic, especially the Inquisitor and the Commander get involved.
They will. That much I can guarantee you.
Oh. Here lives an old enemy of the Olginskis. Since they've decided to stand against me, perhaps Aspity can be my ally for the time being. Well, there we go. Okay.
Other people in this game are real jerk faces.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking get any better.
Hey, if COVID taught us anything, people become jerk during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Changeling knows
okay,
something.
Cool. Up here. So I think we're going to visit Capella and then Aspity, and then we'll head back to the Termitary. Why not? I think I've already been here, but just in case, any food? Food? Oh, no! No! Look forward to that.
It's empty.
You see my expert technique of versus the rat?
Oh.
Damn it. You can't bite my ankles if I'm in the air.
You can't bite my ankle if I didn't have an ankle to begin with.
Oh my god, I have a shared image of the Maury Povich thing. I kept one.
No, all my bottles are full of water. Capella!
I used to go out in the night only to be found someplace new in the morning.
You have stayed. I'm surprised. I was sure you would take the first opportunity to leave this place.
They say, young lady, that you are somewhat skeptical towards the peculiar qualities of this polyhedron.
And who says that?
Yeah, the last one's like a Donald Trump thing. It's inhabitants.
That's not
Many,
how
many
it
people
is.
are saying this.
You,
Okay,
I want to go on
everybody.
a tangent, but I'm reining it in. Okay.
Okay.
That's not how it is. You cannot ignore the obvious. The tower does manage to perform truly breathtaking feats. And yes, by the way, I'm sure that the disease, being of particular interest to you, or any other evil from outside, cannot get into the tower whatsoever. It is evil enough on its own.
What feats, for example?
It seems to somehow affect the internal state of a person. And so the wonderful but fleeting things, such as dreams, love, the accidental concurrence of fantasies, obsession with desires, or mystical games, all of those things last forever inside, against their evanescent nature.
Evanescence. Incredible. Are you laughing at me?
Not in the slightest. That's exactly why the children are so fond of it. All their wonderful games, the magical places, the journeys towards outer worlds. All the wonders of childhood are concentrated in the tower, and they never let go.
You are laughing at me.
It also allows you to come back, say, to a particular dream or a forgotten game. But most importantly, it allows you to do so in someone else's company. You can bring a person, or even persons, I believe, into your dream. They can see your reverie through your own eyes. They can fall in love with what you love. I feel like she's describing, like, a D&D campaign?
How so?
Because she's talking about, like, playing a game with other people and indulging in each other's, like, fantastical journeys and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Their dreams. Like, she's talking about dreams and fantasies in a game, you know, and enjoying that in someone else's company, you know.
That's where all the kids go to play D&D.
Yeah.
I was misled. I'd been told you were skeptical towards the structure, resentful even. And what do I see?
Yes, the tower preserves childhood together with all its magic, but you cannot grasp a miracle and hold on to it mechanically. You cannot treat the miraculous like that. A miracle can only reveal itself through a living person, like my mother, and be born of magical power, not of rationale.
So, does the tower do it rationally?
The Canes have set up a seditious experiment. The Stomatans bragged that they had overcome the laws of gravity and Euclidean geometry, whilst in reality it was the Canes who took it upon themselves to attack the laws of sorcery and the miraculous powers that stumble upon our world from time to time. While the Stomatans were building ladders, the Canes were creating foci.
I don't even know what the fuck anymore with this conversation, especially at the forefront. Hey, what's wrong with that? Isn't it wonderful?
I don't know. You are brave, and my duty dictates caution. It's getting more and more frightening by the minute. The reckoning is yet to come, if it hasn't already. The tower defies the very nature of miracles, you see. It imprisons them. That's why the wisest children have already left it.
Man, we're just keeping this conversation going forever. I'm curious, which ones? Apart from you, that is.
Taya Taichik, who we just talked to in the termitary, for instance, a 5-year-old kid worshipped by the kin. They call her the Mother Superior. She was merely a careless kidling in the tower, and now she's in charge of the termitary and the 5,000 souls inside. Have you been there already, by the way? I'm worried about her.
I have.
If you happen to come by, please give her this medicine and tell her that me personally, it's important, that I told her to take it if she ever feels unwell. She will trust me. Otherwise, they will keep taking those horrible yellow pills, the only ones they acknowledge.
Sure. This tower story of yours was most engaging. I'm very happy I've decided to drop by.
Please come by later to tell me how it went. It means the world to me.
All right. Oh. I gotta drop some rats first. Hold on, lady.
Oh, I ain't got no more rats.
The children no longer remember me.
Okay, can't get rid of our vaccines. We need those. I don't think we're messing with that.
Guests are always welcome here.
Okay. Fuck, man. What were we doing again? Okay, so we're going to Asmodee. And then I guess the Termitary. Am I missing anything? Hold on. Okay, so that's done. Termitary, Asmodee. Okay. Man, today's
oh my
hard
god.
to keep track of.
I'm remembering this fucking thing.
Okay.
You remember this, Jihoon? I didn't know Jihoon's still there.
No, I'm still here, just checking on something else.
This whole thing you guys are like doing outside of like, I don't know, this is poison. This is whatever the opposite of entertainment is.
That's fair.
Yeah, this is like you're playing you're doing an audio podcast, but you're doing it everything visually, so like listeners like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Okay, so we got a letter from the Haruspects. The truth reveals itself to me, Oinon. I have claimed my father's grievous inheritance. I've made my choice. I believe that the settlement can be saved. It is alive. The kin still lives, even though my father, who was destined to lead it, has died. The kin is nourished and sustained by the earth. The earth knows how to breathe. A new harvest may be nurtured here. I devote my life to the service of the kin. Just as the lines of my family enjoin me to, I will change this town. It will be reborn to live anew. Victoria Olginskaya, the White Mistress, will breathe life into it. The fallen families will be replaced by those marked by the sign of the spirits. Children they are. Taya Taitik, Chieftain Notkin, Blessed Grace, Urchins Murky and Sticky, and possibly one more whom I did not yet get to meet. He goes by the name of Khan. If they survive, so will the town. If you want the town to live just like I do, then help me. Or at least don't interfere with my actions. Woe is you if any one of the children dies, for they are meant to inherit the earth. Artemi Brock, the Haruspects. So, he has revealed his bound to us. So, while we have our group of people that we want to protect, he also has his own. And we get a better ending if we save not only our people, but Artemi and Clara, for that matter.
Yeah, I don't remember this picture.
Okay.
First time seeing it, actually.
I was to suggest maybe we need to try to use the knife more. Save up on our bullets.
I don't think we'll be doing much combat today, but I could be wrong.
You say that after killing some people already.
I mean, like, forced game, like, story combat, I guess.
Oh, I see. When you put it that way, okay.
I thought I could juke him, but no. Aimbot. Oh well, okay.
feel like the combat in this game is how I feel about the combat in the Stardew Valley. It's there.
I will super go on record here and say that Stardew Valley's combat is way better than this.
No, what I mean is like in general,
like order of magnitudes better.
Oh hell yeah! I'm like, it's just that I feel like the battle system is like it's there, but it's not very polished. But the game is asking you to do it, so it's kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, Andrew's seen Pathologic 2's combat, and it's fine. It's better than this. It's more responsive, but it is like combat's deliberately bad because you're in all 3 routes of Pathologic. You're a healer of some kind. You're not a fighter, you know. So like they don't want you to be skilled at fighting.
Okay. No, well, it's just that even if it's a part of the whole game, like the fact that it's hard for you to do is kind of annoying. That's my opinion, of course. That's like, what is it? In Stardew Valley, yeah, combat is there, but it's not that. It's not too horrible, but it's not optimal. So definitely combat part is. I had to combat some animal or monsters in the game, but I did it because I had to do it to get some item, but I didn't necessarily enjoy it. Not Room Factory on the other hand.
Oh. Okay. This person is sick. No, don't blame yourself. That's not your fault. One of your rival counterparts must have overlooked them, or left them on purpose. Nevertheless, no entry. It's under quarantine. I keep a sorrowful watch.
Can't they be helped?
Even being one of the bound, they're just an ordinary person. They can be cured just like any other. You're the healer here. It's your area of expertise.
Try to get in here, right? I only need to speak to them. Through the door, maybe.
They are unconscious. The development of the disease is uneven, sure, and this person can resist it longer than a commoner would, but there will be no talking, unless you offer them a good antibiotic that could bring them to life for a while.
Yes, that is an option, even though it's temporary.
Okay, so I am going to give a Schmauder. This will cripple them for the rest of their life. It will burn all their insides along with the plague. Are you sure you want to save them from the disease at this cost?
Yes, give it to them.
What?
Hello, friend.
That bitch. She has us all over a barrel. Sir freaking Prize.
Stop with the swearing.
No swearing. No swearing.
The Inquisitor proceeds
with
her terrible harvest.
Again.
Is she pretty at least? Baby doll?
What? Aspity, say, do you by any chance know what Vlad the Younger was digging out?
Ah, the leech won't crack. Thinks he's the smartest. And also, he seems to think that he can get out of this deal, and that well, with his hands and name clean. But that's fine. I know how to make him talk, alright.
How?
By the way, have you noticed how fucking different Aspity is in this game versus Pathologic 2?
That whole weird-ass demo game we played was just utterly bizarre.
It's simple. Just reveal to the world all those thousands of lives that have perished in a few days because of him. And to think that I, a simple girl that I am, blame the father. Shame. What a shame.
What are you talking about?
It was he who ordered to close down the termitary. He hid the truth from his father, blamed it all on some imaginary strike. He knew how to get to the old man, to make him mad, to make him damn everyone inside.
Wait, so he knew about the epidemic beforehand?
Spot on.
Who told you that?
Well, there were survivors in the termitary, and they did get out. And the stories they tell, they make my blood run even colder than it naturally is.
So, there are more deaths than survivors.
Yeah. On the other hand, he is a loyal son still. He wouldn't like to see his father's head roll. And, can the mother make heads roll? Both of them will stick to that secret tooth and nail. I'd have a go at it myself, but that changeling girl has a better idea.
Thank you, Aspity. That explains a lot. So now we have the info we need. How many schmouters do we got left? 2?
We also have vaccines, which are helpful. But yeah, 2 schmouters and 3 vaccines. Okay, let's go to the termitary.
Any rat that threatens you, pull out your revolver.
That's right.
Give it what for. Oh my god, coming out in droves. Endless. Chaos on the streets.
Chaos reign.
No man, woman, or child is safe.
I'm still being chased by a rat.
Or 2 gas clouds. You got a fucking Pied Piper.
Pied Piper.
Why me? Okay. Okay.
Why indeed?
We got a bunch to do. So if I remember correctly, Artemis in here. Let's talk to him.
Just wash your hands of it.
You shouldn't have come, Oinon. It's dangerous here. You're not used to dealing with them.
Check the blood. Whose blood is it, Barack? It's not human.
The results, Oinon. You know I can't tell you. I'm bound by a word given. And I thought that was something you respected.
Well, in short, yes, it does produce 2 types of antibodies. One stops the horned bacteria from propagating, another one kills them. You've got a unicum there.
Then you're free to go and test my makeshift panacea on someone. It should work.
And how much of this potion can be made?
Not much for now. 10, 15 doses. Save it, Oinon.
Have you tested it?
My word be my bond. It should be effective.
Fine, I'll try it.
Drops it on the ground immediately.
Oh, thanks. I'm out of here. Peace.
What?
Getting rid of some silly string.
Okay, so let's read this because it's important. Panacea, an organic serum based on the antibodies that Artemi Barak managed to procure from some mysterious source, completely eradicates the effect of the infection at any stage, is not harmful. Only a few portions exist in the town, probably no more than a dozen.
Okay.
So there we go. This is our weapon against the sandpest. So we are going back up to talk to Taya Taichi. And tell her to please take Capella's pills. Me too, man. Me too.
Screaming in here.
I get lost here. It's so samey.
It's gotta go to the. You follow the big old sacks of whatever.
Thanks. Why?
Why?
Oh wait, she was like way down this hallway. That's right. Dude, the screams of agony are so good.
Alright, we gotta give her some drugs.
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
Well, here he is. Here he comes. Listen, everyone. This is a doctor. He came from outside. Will you do me a favor?
Gladly. Will you let me into the abattoir then?
Will you bring me the person that got us all locked in here when everyone got sick?
What would happen to that person?
Well, I want to ask him why he had us locked up. And then ask him some more.
The best I can do is let him know that you're looking for him.
Okay, Pawn Stars. If you do what I'm asking of you, I'll open the passage to the abattoir for you. Let me just go ahead and see about this.
We want in there. And we're not so friendly with our previous friend anymore. I'm inclined to say sure, whatever.
Okay, do you want a spoiler?
No. That changes things. Wait here. I'll be back.
Okay, then it's a route.
I'll go ahead and screw you over.
Can you see my face right now?
You're smiling.
Oh wait, we need to give her the pills.
Yeah, we gotta give her her drugs. That wasn't one of the options. I guess we had to resolve that first.
So, the lady that came here decided to look into the abattoir. Nothing good will come out of this.
Victoria sent these drugs to you. She said you must take them. You must take them as you ever feel unwell.
Are you sure? It's not real medicine.
Well, Capella told me you should take them if you ever get sick, alright?
Well, alright. Only because Capella says so. I would swallow a bumblebee for her.
That's a good girl.
Max reputation again. Yay! We did a good thing. Now it's time to do a bad thing? Question mark?
My right eye is only half closed when I'm tilted.
What?
What? What the actual fuck? Uh-huh. Okay, so I think we did everything that we needed to do here. Let's double check. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done, every side quest done. Okay.
I'm gonna send an old friend here.
Yeah.
I'm so accustomed to modern games where I can just like waypoint warp.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're kind of spoiled at this point.
I read a YouTube comment on a video about this game where somebody was like, I was born with a condition that made it so I cannot walk. I've never been able to walk a single day of my life. And now that I play Pathologic, you know, I have no regrets.
Damn.
Nice to have a bike. Or if like we can meet our mom and she can give us some running shoes.
Or inline, what is it called? Skate blade.
Yeah, next way you get roller blades.
Yeah, there are console commands for this game. I can set our speed higher.
No.
But I refuse. This is part of the experience. Also, it breaks the game balance if we're able to get everything faster, right? Because like then hunger, exhaustion, the plague, everything, it all gets its volume turned down, you know?
Oh wow, really?
Well, just because
you're able to move faster.
Time management.
Yeah. Even turn around. Dude, I fired a gun like right behind his ears. Like his hearing is ruined forever. He didn't even fucking turn around.
Didn't strike him, so he's okay.
Okay, I guess I can go this way, but I kind of fucked up.
Yeah, parkour.
No parkour allowed. Oh, I will say in Pathologic 2, there are like difficulty sliders for like everything imaginable. You can change how quickly your hunger drains separately from your exhaustion, your immunity. Like all those things are separate knobs you can turn. So that's kind of neat. You can really granularly change your experience.
Okay.
That being said, if I were to stream the game, definitely default settings. Barter, drifter man. What time is it? 5. Okay. Damn, we're doing good. Considering all the fucking back and forth walking we've done. Trade. Yes. Bullet. You want more for bullets?
Give me ammo.
Okay. Let's see if Capella has anything to say because we did her thing. And she said she did ask us to report back to her. But it's not required of us. But let's see if she has anything. Oh, wait.
I used to go out in the night only to be found someplace new in the morning.
You have stayed. I'm surprised. I was sure you'd take the first opportunity to leave this place.
Aya is fine. Alive and well.
Thank you. She means so much for me.
You're friends.
You could say that. I am the daughter of my mother. I'll take her place in less than 3 years.
Take care, Victoria.
Let's get some lore.
Alright, I can say that, or...
I have my own designs, Bachelor Dankovsky. I can reveal them to Arktemy Barak only, and Moser certainly not to you. I apologize.
I understand.
The best one though is you giving the line read, "You're too sensitive, Victoria," and then I pee on her. That was fucking good.
This game is just so strange.
There's nothing else like it, so I hope you're enjoying a peek into this fucking weird ass world.
What if? Hear me out. What if your pee can cure the pandemic?
You can pee on everyone and everything.
You're just asking questions.
Until it's all gone.
Okay, so we have made a choice, and damn it, choices matter.
We promise according to our hopes. We perform according to our fears.
So, you haven't left. That certainly does you credit.
So it looks like we have an option there to turn back what we were about to do.
It will fail our main quest, and one of our people will get sick.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going with the send him there. I've come to relay an order issued by a little girl.
That's just lovely. Are you talking about Murky?
No. One Taya Tachik.
Do orders come from beyond the grave now? Summonses, even?
The only mistake here being that she's alive and well.
Impossible. Did they bring her up with their meat?
I don't know. I didn't go into that much detail.
Are you joking?
Shirley wants to see the person who ordered the dormitory closed. As far as I understand, I'm not the only person she's asked for assistance with this matter. Barak will probably ignore her request. But as for Clara...
Yes, I must go there immediately. If I don't, they'll kill my father. Please, warn him. Tell him not to go to the dormitory under any circumstances. I shall go immediately. I must come to them before my father beats me to it.
That is very honorable of you. I'll warn your father and follow you as soon as I can. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to speak in your defense.
Okay. So I guess we're talking to Daddy Olginski.
Daddy.
Big Vlad.
So we've had a lot of dealings with young Vlad today. How are you feeling about all the shit with him?
I don't know who to trust anymore.
Fuck this guy.
He basically did 2 180s this day, like making it a complete 360. Jihoon's like, I don't know what to think about him. I don't know anything, man.
What alignment would you give him?
Chaos neutral.
Like, yeah, I was about to say chaotic neutral myself.
Yeah, or just neutral. Like he tends to just like follow the money, I think. Right? He's just looking out for number one, you know, which is himself. That's usually just like, I mean, like that can be any neutral alignment, but I think particularly that's just true neutral.
Yeah, true neutral is really hard to describe sometimes.
Chaotic neutral is usually like, you never know what they're gonna do, you know.
Oh, Schmatters.
What's in your pockets?
No, she got spooked instantaneously the moment you rubbed up against her.
What's in your pocket?
What the fuck is she freaking out about? You gonna try to reset her? Like, hope to reset her?
No. Oh well. Goodbye, pumpkin. Okay.
A fine foreman he is. Oyen the Bullhead. Talked to Harrispeck's head to head. It'll come to a head.
My path was long and hard.
I advise you steer clear of the termitary.
Well, I've never been particularly eager to visit it. Why would I?
It seems like its dwellers are all too eager to bring to account the person who's caused them so much harm.
Once again, they see the root of all evil in me.
I think there's no need for you to hurry.
Okay, cool, we did it.
Goodbye. We didn't get a little update thingy though.
No. Let me check our quests. Okay. I am going to snooze here before moving on. Seems like a prudent thing to do. So, oh man, okay. Okay, so I believe if we eat lemons... Oh wait, oh, okay, that's not good.
Our hunger bar is going up. Guess that makes you hungry. Man, it's exhausting to drink milk.
We're gonna go next door to Capella. Hold on, we're gonna do the speedrun strat.
Need some fucking meat or something. Oh, water.
Uh-huh. We are going to... Yeah, it should be good.
What kind of food we have that actually depletes hunger?
The children no longer remember me.
Okay.
I don't understand anything that anyone says in this game.
Oh, story girl.
My favorite so far has got to be the changeling asking you, so have you met the changeling yet? It's just like, wow, there's a lot to unpack here. In case you're wondering why I wasn't eating all the nuts in the inventory, they're for trading for schmelders.
Yeah. Also,
they don't do very much for us. They're currency, they're not food. They're just kept in the food tab. But yeah, we're going to have a problem.
Me okay.
Do they have food at the bar? Alright, I'll go fuck myself then. Oh wait, I can trade for food with these guys.
Me.
Okay, 5, 7, 2. Well, that solved all of our problems nice and neat.
Transaction complete. Eat some meat. Oh, nice meaty bite off of that bar.
Mmm, so meaty. And it only took 13 razor blades and a Molotov cocktail.
That was only 13 thieves killed. Ooh. Fuck.
Oh, can I trade that? No.
Oh.
Yeah, the guards seem to want enemy loot.
So, see the results of our actions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can probably guess what's about to happen here.
Yep. I guess afterwards we can talk about the alternative after we've seen what our choices have wrought. What have you done? You have to commit. Let's see you be committed.
But yeah, I know you guys have just been starving for an actual like moral choice to make for me, and I would have liked to leave everybody kind of in the status quo, but I am giving this one to you. This one is for you guys.
Appreciate that. Are there like a lot of endings to this game? Yeah, I know you said the speedrun gets the bad end because they just zip to the end.
Yeah. So there's basically the bad end where the town gets overrun by plague.
Yep, you don't do anything.
There is the good end for your character that it like your character accomplishes what they want to do, like to their end. Or there's the good end where secrets happen.
Ooh, see.
What?
I've delivered your message to Logimsky the Younger. He promised to come.
He did come.
What have you done to him?
We had him locked up for now. Fair's fair. He locked us up. Now it's our turn. We'll see how it goes.
Tell the butchers to let me in, please.
I will. You'll get the rite of passage. Come back half an hour before midnight. The boulder will be rolled away.
Good. This is good.
Okay, boy, I hope I don't have to turn this in. Okay, I don't think I do. Because technically I got that quest from, the Inquisitor.
About making it past the boulder? Or, oh,
Okay,
the well?
No. Let me check. Was there a place to sleep in there?
Not sure.
That would be really convenient. Oh well. So at the top of my notes for the next day, due to what happened the previous night at the abattoir, the Bachelor will wake up at 1400 inside the town hall. So I guess we'll get a nap anyway.
Okay.
What time is it? Okay, we're close. Yeah, we're just wandering around for a little bit. I know you guys are going to be really sad about this, but I don't think we're getting a theater performance tonight.
Oh no. We miss out on the best part. Have I, like, knocked this into, like, the bad end route or some shit?
No.
Okay. And all good.
Only bad end is the pandemic and...
It's real life.
Is this the real life? Is this the fantasy?
Yeah,
I had that with
I don't think what we've done here has any bearing on the end. At least not for the Bachelor. I don't know. Maybe it's different for other routes.
The song Gene was starting to sing is in Cloudstream.
Jihu needs to be careful not to sing more than 15 seconds at a time. He's too accurate, you know. He's so close to Freddie Mercury's vocals.
Another one bites the dust.
Watching those Advent Children, like, videos. It's pretty great.
All I have to do is just name the stance from the JoJo, and I'm sure I'm gonna get one of the copyrights. Sticky fingers. Called Superman in the localization.
Superman, there's been another thing talked about Dragon Ball Superhero. They confirmed Gohan and Piccolo are indeed the main characters of the movie.
Oh.
Not the Goku show.
Finally.
They'll still be in there.
Don't give any more spotlight to the worst dad of the year or century.
I have an idea.
All for clouds.
Oh, a letter. Wait. The Avatar's central entrance is open. I must hurry.
Time to see what's finally behind this door. What secret truth will be unveiled to us now?
It's down here, right? I don't even know.
It's everything, so yeah, I guess so. Into the hull.
Loading. Alright.
Loading.
Shh. Whoa.
Rubber banding. What the heck, guys?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Achievement.
It's a plague!
And blow it to smithereens. Show it no quarter.
Nothing artillery can assault.
It's just germs, my dude!
Can we just blow up hurricanes? By dropping an atomic bomb on it?
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
The town is dying. It all ends in less than 4 days. Okay, so it is 2 p.m. on day 9. Day 9, in which the town is occupied, and the worried children ask for the Bachelor's help for the first time ever. Okay, we are saving game right here. We're done for tonight, boys.
We skipped ahead a whole lot. Okay. See what that's all about next time, I guess.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
freaking so... got clocked and just like beating the shit up out of, by whoever the hell those guys were.
Yeah, those are butchers, by the way.
Oh.
Bunch of jerks.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the questions that I so much success with last time? What's your favorite what's your overall take on the events of today?
Youngblood is an asshole.
Okay.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
That's right.
I think you've reiterated that a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Can't trust anybody's assholes.
Yeah. What is your favorite moment from today?
Youngblood suddenly existing on a ladder.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
And the Pied Piper moment.
I was going to bring that up. I think that was my favorite moment, turning around and finding like a whole cavalcade of rats following me. Jihoon, what about you?
Same.
Okay.
You just keep dying and dying and dying. Or yeah.
What was the fucking worst part of tonight?
The invincible man.
Oh, yeah.
I got the guy with the titanium cranium.
We hit a couple of those boys. Oh, there was that moment you guys both missed, I think, where I jumped to avoid getting bitten by a rat. That was a pro maneuver.
Obstruct.
Yeah. Okay, so if you boys are free Sunday, I'm good to do another one of the Sunday streams.
I thought, are you guys still coming on with the campaign?
Yeah, we're still working on the D&D thing.
Who's the Dungeon Master gonna be?
I think it's going to be Lonnie, and then maybe me if I'm able to do it. But it takes a lot of stuff because like I have to do a bunch of like writing and preparation because I'm doing an original campaign. I might not do the original one anymore. I've never done a campaign out of a book. We'll see. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet. But yeah, I may or may not do one. Just new job kind of threw everything out of whack with that. But we're kind of gearing up. We're giving Hesper some time to work on his giant original campaign. We've all made our characters. I have, well, actually, no, because he's kind of been in character creation. He's kind of been telling us what the other people are. So I'm playing a custom monk build that's kind of he's got some like cleric stuff to him, but he's Way of the Onmyoji monk. So I will be I guess doing some calligraphy on little amulets and shooting them at people with my bow and stuff.
You have my bow.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say this: if we our next Tuesday stream will be the last one for at least a little while, because I will start my job and I want to keep Fridays and Sundays for sure. There's no reason for me not to stream on Friday nights. But during the week, I'm going to kind of keep things up in the air as kind of like a wait and see, you know?
Yeah, it's all about how your work, like you get adjusted to your working on.
Yeah, I just don't know yet.
Yeah. Speaking of what, it's gonna be 1 week from now that you're gonna get started, or what?
10 days.
Okay.
It'll be Monday the 14th.
14, got it.
Valentine's Day, yeah. Oh, romantic.
Oh, good thing I'm single. I don't have to care about the stupid Valentine gift. It's all marketing anyway.
We are all bachelors, especially Daniil Denkovsky.
His namesake.
Yeah. Alright, so are you guys good with meeting up Sunday for more of this?
Sure.
Because I know you're just chomping at the bit. You want to know what happens next.
I am curious where ultimately everything goes. It's just like every day is just like more befuddling sometimes.
Yeah, we're almost done. It's just day 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 more days.
Okay. You can do this.
Yeah.
Well, I said with collective week is we're not really doing anything. You are.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm just ruining your runs.
I'm just a spectator. A bad one at that, actually. I'm just here to do that What's that streamer do? Like, whenever there's something overreact. Yeah, I'm here to overreact. I'm the hype guy or something. Yeah, I'm here to overreact.
Hold on. Of the three of us, you're saying you're the hype man in this group?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you expect Andrew to be hype man then? Do you?
I'm just the confused guy.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck is going on? That's for me to ask.
Oh, not just, we're not limited to this game only, but of all, like, in general, do you expect Andrew to be the hype man?
I feel like out of the three of us, I'm the one that tends to bring the most energy.
Yeah, because you got the streamer advantage. Because I get a delayed reaction because I'm not watching this real time, almost. I'm the one on the short end of the stick, man. Stop bullying me just because I live in San Francisco. Damn.
Don't be bullying Jihoon here.
Exactly. What, just because I'm on the West Coast, you East Coast coasterners are bullying me? Damn. Talk about whatever.
There's some Biggie and Tupac shit going on in this. Look. Before anything too serious gets down here, we're gonna call it here. Okay, guys.
Oh shit! What have I brought?
Yeah, I'll see all you cyberpunks here Sunday night. Where we will do more Pathologic.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hopefully I'm not fired.